And I've seen a lot of cops, I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money and whatever else bring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
What you thought was real
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of new. Oh, na 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 na.
Jamie's gone.
players planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money and whatever else you bring. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me.
Good evening.
Hey, Eric.
Oh my
Hey.
God. First things first, Scott's not sleeping, so we already made me wake him.
Hey. But you know what? He's got the blanket right behind him, so just in case he grabs it and just pull it right on over.
Yep. Got my blanket, got my pillows.
Right behind him.
This.
At the pillow.
He's got his blankie. Look at it. He's so cute.
Oh my God.
Oh man, how's it going, everybody? What's going? It's been 2 days.
Things are good. Things are good.
You know, and I gotta say, I tried to get something ready for tonight, and I just didn't have the time. And kind of Pete knows about it, but we just gotta do a quick bowing of the heads for the great Meatloaf, who passed away today at the age of 74. Mr. Paradise by the Dashboard Light passed away, and Louis Anderson too. So Louis Anderson, they both passed away today. So
Wow.
I was gonna have a nice thing going on. Me and Pete were talking about it, just gonna get it happening, but yeah. So they both passed away. So that being said, we got a couple of guests coming up. We got like some that I don't even know if you guys know about. So first things first, and I'll throw it down on the bottom because I talk fast. So I mean, I'm just gonna put it on the bottom. So first things first, upcoming guests. We got Dr. Sass coming from iTelescope. He's going to show us all the good new stuff from all of his telescopes all around the world, which is going to be great. Then I booked with the help of Pete, Rumen. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. I'm going to butcher this too. Bogdanovisky, I don't know, creator of Indigo. So for those of you that are Indigo users, Macs and all that kind of stuff, he's going to come down and give us a rundown of Indigo and how that works on the different platforms, which is going to be super nice. And then from Voyager Software on the 9th of March, we're going to have Roland Archer, who is one of the co-creators and co-developer of Voyager Software. It's not one of the most known pieces of software for astro acquisition, but it's definitely one of the top players. So definitely don't miss that. So that's going to be a really, really cool. And then also we got a lot of other stuff in the works. Be watching the soon to be newly revamped website. It should be up within a couple of weeks. So we'll have a nice calendar. We'll have everything. And that's being done by our ZWO beta tester and grandmaster, Simon Lewis. So thank you for him and his support doing that. As always, you can catch us on every single social media platform you can think of: Facebook, YouTube, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. So feel free to come on and visit us anywhere. They'll be rolling down on the bottom all the addresses. And if you, I forgot Instagram too. We're on Instagram too. So, And I know two of our guys, the two guys on the bottom, have been hitting up the airways over the past couple hours with some new videos. Eric, I know you just put one out on the Tri-Batinov mask. Nice job.
Yeah.
And go check that out at Astro with Eric, and check that out. And then Astro Playground just put out a video a couple days ago, if I'm not correct. So definitely check that out. Now that Scott's kind of relaxing maybe a little bit, maybe we expect to see a lot more of that from him. And sooner or later, we'll get Pete Myers to start his YouTube channel, and and he'll be doing that. No, I'm just kidding. You're not going to do that. but
I got a full plate already.
Oh, what? You don't want to make your own YouTube channel? No,
I tell you what, if you guys don't mind kind of helping an old dog here, I'd be more than happy.
I can't even make my own videos. You want me to make yours too?
It's not terribly difficult.
And these guys' production value are a lot better than mine. Trust me. So I'll tell you that right off the bat. But
mine is it's okay.
It was definitely more of the home improvement type of video.
Yeah, it was.
But
in my little workshop, I call it the astronomy tower with my Harry Potter fan self. I call it the astronomy tower, and did it all back there. I even took the I have two of those Celestron power tanks, the older ones. Mm-hmm. I actually used one for the spot for my light to give me some, for my front light because it can get so dark. Because it can get so dark in there.
Yeah. So, I thought I had one. You know me in my closet of death. I have a little bit of everything, but I think I got that was like that 17 amp hour one with the big flashlight, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the 17 with
the big floodlight
and the big red button on the top.
Yep.
So I had one, and I think I dropped it off at the store. I said, Jeff, just sell this thing. You can have it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's
because I had like my shop lights going and everything, and then I was looking at it, and it was giving me such a bad reflection.
Yeah.
And I was having this, the fluorescents were all like going nuts. I was like, I got to turn those off. So it got really dark, and now how am I going to do this? I said, the spotlight.
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you, you can never have enough lighting. I'll tell you that. When you're doing this kind of stuff. You can never have enough. You can always turn it down.
Here, the one thing I was trying to avoid, I was like, please, nobody go to the bathroom and flush the toilet.
Yeah, all of a sudden you hear it. You just got to.
You hear it because right behind me there would be the story.
Dude, I remember. Yeah, I remember that because I remember that a couple of times. That happened a couple times during the show.
Yes.
Yeah, but those are the type of things you don't want to out of the video.
You hear this big, huge rush of water.
It's hilarious. All of a sudden, is somebody doing laundry?
I wish it was just laundry.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when you're doing videos. I know that Dylan O'Donnell put up a tweet the other day. He was actually doing a video, and he was like, I just love being a YouTuber, making a YouTube videos, because as soon as I go outside and start my camera, somebody rolls by with a lawnmower. So, so they see the camera, they see him there, they see what he's doing, and all of a sudden, record and pull it on. But,
and you're like, you son of
oh yeah, absolutely. And it's way interesting. Especially me and Pete were just talking about it offline, and it's just so much fun. But that being said, we're here. It's the Astrophotography Friday night Q&A. And this is what we do. So
I tell you though, another thing about that video that people may not realize. With me, I was actually collimating using that Tri-Batinov mask outside. I was actually doing that, and it was like 2 degrees outside. Plus, and then you had the wind chill. Man, I was like, my God. Oh man, it was a labor. It was a labor of love. One of my subscribers asked about it, and so I said, yeah, let me do it. Let me help him out.
Hey, you know,
The thing we do for our subscribers.
I'm telling you. Listen, I'm ready to go to one of our locals' house on Tuesday to help him out with his rig. He's got something very similar to Scott's.
Okay.
And, Eagle 4, C11. It's not a C14, but it's a C11 Edge. Motorized micro Starlight Instruments feather touch focuser that he's waiting on, unfortunately. He has a regular one, so he's using a Batinov mask himself. And you know, it's interesting that we sit and this guy's a great guy, but he has no computer. He is like, give me the stone tablet and the chisel, you know, and give me an abacus, you know, but the whole thing is like, you know, so he's really catching on really well. And you know, I originally started him with SGP, and I was like, nah. I said, we're going to Nina. Well, we're just gonna do Nina, and I'm just gonna show you that because it's a lot easier than Sequence Generator Pro. So any purchase? Oh, Gideon asked, any purchases of late? I know we've all had purchases.
Yeah, we've all had purchases.
And Pete,
you know,
Pete has a surprise for us in the back. I'm sure he'll show that off if he can lift it again.
Mr. Mark, do you have anything that you'd like to share?
Oh yeah, yes, he should. He should put that in the chat. I know he's been all over the Discord server about it. So I don't know. Okay, so George, just so you know, and I don't know if you saw the video or like earlier if you were when we are having the actually both of them. I think it's I forget the other guy's name, but it's Roland from Voyager. He's going to be coming on. He's going to be actually doing, I didn't say this, but he's going to be actually doing 2 shows because he wants to go over in a basic version of how to use Voyager, but his new release is coming out in a couple of months. So that's going to be coming out. So when that comes out, he's going to want to do an advanced show as well. So he's going to be on for 2. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, he speaks very, very well. I've had nice phone conversations with him, and it's going to be interesting. So it's going to be fun. So I guess Mark doesn't want to say. He doesn't want to say.
Come on, Mark. Don't be bashful.
So, Mark, I'm going to give you to the count of 10 because I know there's a delay on YouTube. And if you don't say it, I'm going to say it. So I don't have a clock. I don't have a clock, but I do have one up there that says live recording. So now you have 10 seconds starting from now.
It's the Jeopardy final answer jingle.
3, 2. Oh, there you go. He said it. I pulled the trigger on the Plane Wave L350.
Oh,
so very, very nice purchase. It's going to be interesting. So I wish I could be down there to help you set it up, but
no kidding.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So he's going to be able to put everything on. And I believe he also get the wedge for it? He said he was thinking about getting the wedge. Do you know if you got the wedge for it, Pete?
I'm not going to say. I'm going to let Mark answer that question.
Okay, he said he was going to attempt to do that. Yep. Yes, he did. He just verified that he did. So that's going to be a lot of fun putting together because I know he's got the new Next Dome Pier as well. Yep. So that's going to be a sick rig. It's going to be nuts.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be something, I tell you. Especially the tracking peak to peak. Oh my God!
Oh man!
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Did you say he has a Next Dome or a Next Dome Pier?
Next Dome Pier.
Okay, he has a pier.
Yeah, Next Dome Pier.
Okay.
So yeah,
I wonder, do you have any plans to get the Next Dome?
I'm sure he does, but I'll tell you this. You know what's going to be funny is he's got that L350 and he's going to put an Esprit 80 on it. It's gonna be like a little twig. He's not even.
Oh man, yeah.
It's like putting a C14 on a rainbow. That's a. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. You can't even see that rainbow mount. It's like the size of it's not, compared to the C14. It's not. You're muted, Scott. I think. I don't know.
No, I'm looking up the L350 right now, and wow, low capacity. 100 pounds.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
This is an alt as?
What? It is right now, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this is a mount, not a scope.
No, it's a mount.
No, there's a mount. Yeah, this is the head and
it's-
the head and the wedge that he purchased.
I'd love to understand a little bit more about this mount. You know.
Oh, talk to the man at the top right, man.
Yeah.
I call Pete Mr. Plane Wave in private. So.
Well, as I said, the interesting thing is that you can utilize it in alt azimuth as well as equatorial mode. Since it's an L mount, the beauty about these is that you don't have to do a meridian flip.
Yep.
Okay.
And the nice thing is that the way that it's situated is everything is through the mount cabling, but the tracking peak to peak, because it does have encoders, is literally less than 1 arc second. I mean, you'll be flatlined when you do guiding. So like Mark and I were talking, he'll definitely be able to push probably 10 minutes unguided. For real dim celestial targets, he'll probably have to definitely push maybe up to 15, 20 minutes, maybe even longer. At that point, you definitely will have to do guiding.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting thing is that you've got the ability then he could put something big on the one side because you can put like an easy Keller plate. And on the opposite side, you could do a piggyback setup. So case in point, you could have like an Esprit 120 and then ride a piggyback 80 on top of that. So Mark's got the flexibility to do a bunch of different options.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's
awesome.
And the beauty is that, Mark did a great job. Hey, Mark, you might want to kind of type in the pier, the fact that you got a 16-inch diameter concrete pier. So it's going to have the capacity to hold the wedge as well as the mount.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
That's what I said. We got to get some images of it, Mark, once you get it up and running.
Yeah, I'd love to see some images of it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Mark is probably the most used Discord person that I know right now. He is all over the Discord server for AstroWorld. So if you don't know what it is, it's AstroWorld's Q&A, and just go there and we send pictures all day with this stuff, and it's crazy. It's a nice little chat for people who are up at all hours of the night and just want to throw questions out, because we have people from all over the world on that thing. So it's awesome. Nice. There's about 30 people on it now. So I mean, it's growing. And we just started that. What at the beginning of the year, I think. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I started that like right during Christmas time somewhere. So,
yeah.
But So yeah. So let's see. Greetings. Tom's back on. Hey, Tom. Tom Daigon. He's a avid watcher. He's back in Vegas. He's doing the Ghost of Cassiopeia in Narrowband.
Good.
Apparently, he's got 4 clear nights. Come on in, Astra. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Nope. Okay.
I have to watch my mount right now. At least watch the my imaging, because clouds are expected to roll in probably within the next half hour to an hour.
You know what I was thinking about getting? I was thinking about getting the cheap kind of the Boltwood cloud monitor.
Okay.
And you just put it on. It's got a long cable. It's made to be mobile. It's
okay.
Not they make another one that's like $2,000 that you stick on the top of your house. But there he goes. He's drinking wine. This guy. But there's another one. There's the Boltwood cloud sensor. It's about $400.
Mm-hmm.
And you could get it. You could literally put it on the side of your scope. So if there's any clouds, it'll do whatever. Or you can just put it at the side of your house and it'll do cloud cover.
Interesting.
So, yeah, the other one does everything just like my Atlas, but a lot better. It'll control your dome. Any ASCOM dome, it'll close the dome. So that's kind of maybe when I move down to North Carolina, maybe.
Yeah. With me being an ASI Air user, I'm pretty restrictive on like what I can use with the ASI Air as it comes to observatories and stuff like that. Yep. So, and what it can control. So I'm still most likely going to do the roll off. But I was telling Robin yesterday, I was like, do I really want to put in all the work for the roll offs? Why don't I just get a Skyship pod? It'd probably be a lot easier. But who knows? We don't know.
Get that other one. What's that other one? The Telestrator or the Telestream or whatever from PureTech?
Oh, yeah, the
new one,
Telestation.
the new roller. Yeah, Telestation.
Yeah, because PureTech is in my general. It's in Illinois. It's in a suburb of Chicago. It's in Bartlett, and so I called them, and they're about 3 to 4 months behind right now with all of their orders.
That's normal.
But they bumped up, but their prices have increased quite a bit because of aluminum. The aluminum prices have gone up.
Yeah.
So their prices have had to go up. So
Eric,
something.
Eric, if you need help, I know Vito very well. So let me know if I can help you out on anything.
Sure. No, that'd be great, Pete. Because, I like the idea of the station. What are you doing? You playing music?
What is that noise?
That's you.
That's not me. It's not near me.
No, I think that was me. I hit a video by accident.
Alvin!
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I was looking at that Planewave L350.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No, you can't get it, Scott. You've got the rainbow.
Don't tempt me.
I'm looking to see in the email. I know we got a couple of pictures today. Let's see if I could grab it real quick. So we got 2 pictures. One was actually given to us by a watcher, and one was actually given to us by Pete. So
okay,
let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can get my email. I was so behind getting the stuff. I was like running around like crazy. Oh, there's your NGC 22. Yeah, I see that. Okay, so let me download that. Okay, save that, and then I want to get the other one first.
So I don't know if I showed you, Pete, or Scott. I did, because Gideon was asking, did we get any new toys or anything like that? So yeah, we will grab it here.
Oh yeah, toys. Yeah, toys. Absolutely, toys.
Oh, here we
go.
go.
Pete, what? I'm just curious. What does with the plan? I see the L350 is almost $12,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you throw the wedge in there, what does it push the price to?
Which is around about $2,500.
The wedges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Planewave had their price increase October 1st.
Yeah, everybody.
But think about this though, and this is no disrespect to any of the other mount manufacturers, but when you look at Software Bisque and you look at AP, when you look at like an AP Mach 2, by the time you get their polar scope, you get all the accessories, you're already going to be pushing that close to the cost of what the cost of the L350 is. And then on top of it, look at the lead time on a Mach 2. You're not going to get a Mach 2 until April of 2024 or 2023.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
It's insane. I had a chat when with someone who actually works at AP, and because they're in McChesney Park here in Illinois, just right next to me, and I actually drove over there at one point, and I was asking them, and they were telling me it's like about a 2-year wait. It's insane.
Yep,
it's crazy. It's just, as you said, this chain of supply and getting raw bar stock and trying to get materials, electronics, getting capacitors, resistors.
Yeah.
So nice thing about Planewave, they've got their own machine shop on site. They're out in Adrian, Michigan, and literally they've got stock that we could probably push Planewaves. We can get you Planewaves within 6 to 8 weeks. Uh-oh. Is that your dog, Scott?
Yeah.
No, it's not Titan. Titan's right here, but he's being quiet. Shockingly enough.
The fool is barking at his own reflection.
Looks like, Dan, you got more emails. People want to send photos.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. So Pete, this is what I want to show you. Here's my latest toy.
Oh, that is a neat setup. Look at that.
Yeah. So this is my new mobile setup. since I don't have my white cat anymore. So this is the Rokinon 135.
Don't make me tell you how that happened again. Don't let me tell this.
Yeah. So this is the Rokinon 135.
Yep.
And I actually purchased from Agena Astro. I can't remember the name of it. I have to look it up. But a 3D printed setup that will hold the Rokinon 135, the lens, and also it has a base for the ZWO EAFs.
Astronetics.
Yeah, thank you. And then I have, and then it came with a couple tails here, so I can add in my guide scope and the ASI Air, one of my several ASI Airs.
Yeah.
And so right now I've got it with my 533, my 533 MC, and a Star Zona filter drawer. So I can just grab the NBZ and throw it in there.
Yep.
So
I'll tell you, I got the same. I got the very similar thing. I didn't get the Astronetics one. I showed it last week with you, but I finally finished this one. That's the big brother of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So I kind of, I'm not sure if I like the ring here. It doesn't fit the camera perfectly. It's about a millimeter off, so it kind of wiggles a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's tracking, it'll be fine. But it's like a Frankenstein. So I got Deep Sky Dad stuff on the bottom. I got the Deep Sky Dad ring for the focuser. I got ADM stabilizer here. I got the Prima Luce ring here. Prima Luce dovetail, the EAF. So it's a little butchered. But I don't know if I'll ever get to use this because I got to send this camera to Pete this week because he's gonna hunt me down. So
hey, Dan, it looks pretty, man. I tell you what, it looks gorgeous. Yeah, same with yours, Eric. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, this is slightly bigger than Eric's. This is the Canon 200L 1.8, and also has the filter slider as well. And so
not for nothing, Daniel, but you could take that ring out, and take the camera out of it and open up the inside of that ring and just take a little bit of Gorilla Tape and put a ring of Gorilla Tape around inside that ring and then use a razor blade to trim it back.
Yeah, I actually bought 1-inch felt to kind of fill in. And
is that too much?
No, it's not enough. I think I got to put another one in there.
Oh, really? It's that much?
1 inch wide, but it's only 1 millimeter thick. So, I have one that's too thick because I bought this for those of you guys and girls out there that know the Explore Scientific or anything really with the sliding dew shield, right? So the sliding dew shield, I have a semi-large telescope. It's a 127. And the dew shield comes in and out, right? Well, over time, all it is felt that's holding this thing there. So moving it up and down and back and forth for many periods of time, the felt rubs away. Yep. So I tried to put my Spica flat to do flats on it, and what happens? Boom. And it went right there because the Spica flat's heavy, man. It's big. So the whole thing started sinking on me. I'm like, oh no! So I had to unscrew the dew shield. I bought more felt for it. I originally bought a 5 millimeter thick felt, and that was way too thick. I couldn't even move this. This dew shield was not move. It wasn't even getting on, to be honest with you. But so then I got the 1 millimeter, and even that, it just needed a little bit, I guess. And maybe, Scott, this to your point. Maybe I should have just kind of scraped a little bit off. But you know what? With the weight of this Spica flat, I'm glad I got the extra, millimeter on there. So now that it takes a little bit of an effort to put the dew shield in, but it ain't going anywhere when the flat panel's on top. So
yeah. How do you like that Spica flat, Dan?
I'll let you know if I ever get to take a damn picture.
Okay.
I tell you, I like mine.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's a heavy duty. It's really a well-built.
It is.
Yeah. This is how much I like it. It's still in the plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got that's a newer model than I have.
Yeah,
Or is that
no, it's just it's just
Or the
plastic.
just-
I just didn't take the things off
oh
because you know what? Here's the deal with my setup, and I don't know if anybody knows this or not. And I'm sure the people that know me that are local know this, but I purchased the Prima Luce Arco. Finally, it came in. I've been waiting for it for 2 years, and finally, it came to the U.S. I think I got like the third one in the United States. But the whole thing is that now, you know, I'm waiting on adapters and stuff like that. So I thought I had everything all ready to go.
mhm.
So I had the spike and flat head. So I wasn't doing any imaging because I'm just going to take the whole thing apart anyway. So that being said, I was waiting for it. Now I'm waiting for another adapter. So now I'm going to be it's going to look funny, like we were talking about with the ED80 on the plane wave. I'm going to have an ED80 on my EQ8R just to do some imaging because I'm getting so annoyed that I got my big telescope in pieces right now because I'm waiting for an adapter from my Arco, not from my Arco, from my Arco to my flattener because my flattener is a telescope, a telescope. What the place from Germany?
Telescopics?
No, not telescopic. It's like Telescope Express, or whatever. If you go to Telescope Express, it's a big deal, or TS over in Germany.
Okay.
And their flattener, their non-reducing adjustable flattener is male threads on both sides. So on the scope side and on the camera side, they're both male threads.
Right.
So nobody makes it like that. It's usually female on the telescope side and male on the camera side. So now I need an adapter to go from the Asato to the flattener.
Jesus God.
Tom Bramwell, I don't know if he's watching. He might be watching, but Tom Bramwell, he was like, "You're the only person on the damn planet that has mail on both sides. What the hell is your problem?" I guess you'd have to go to Precise Parts. So another $136, and I'm waiting on a Precise Parts. So,
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I'm excited. I just hope I get it so I could do. I can finish my wizard before it goes bye-bye.
Mhm.
And that, you know, because it doesn't necessarily go bye, but it's going to go behind the house. And you know, and I really wanted to get a better horse head before it goes away. So
Sure.
Yep.
We'll see. I do have the first picture if you want to take a look at it. And this was sent to me for a reason. This is a picture from Frank Rossetti. And he's one of our watchers. He was watching the other night. And he sent us a picture. He was wondering if this was walking noise. So let's take a look at this guy here. Let me just bring it on over. Oh, it's in my Pix Insight. Here we go. So let me make it bigger. Let me share screen.
Hey, Scott, is that your dog making those noises?
Yeah.
That's your dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's literally woofing at his reflection. He's
Who's LaDonna? Who's LaDonna?
Oh, LaDonna. Hello, LaDonna. That's my girlfriend.
Oh, she's trying to come on Melon.
Oh, she is? No.
Does she want to be on the show?
Well, we can put her on if but I think she just needs to kind of give her the right address. You got to just tell her what the right address is. She's not computer savvy.
There you go. So I'll copy the YouTube channel for her.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Copy.
She wants to see what we do here on Friday afternoons and Friday evenings.
So the email address, if you want to send any pictures tonight, on the email, I'll put the email right there. So you can do the email right there. You can send it right to me. I'll get it. And that's the email you can send any pictures to. I'll make it a little smaller, so you know, we'll throw it over there. There we go. So I won't give Scott the Wilson treatment. And
so I got a question.
No questions. We don't.
I got a question. I got a question to ask.
No questions.
No questions.
Remember, there are no stupid questions, only stupid people. So it's,
well, since I'm asking this question, no.
you're not a stupid person.
I got a question from one of my Facebook friends, Eddie Zelnick.
Eddie Z, that's my buddy from Pittsburgh. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So he shot me a question yesterday. He says, "Hey Eric, I have a question. If you aren't busy or don't mind answering, here, why don't I just share my screen and I'll show it with you?"
Yeah, knock yourself out. Go. I'll put it on when you send it to me.
Yep. So I'm sharing. Let me know.
And showing now. Go ahead.
Yep. So
it's going to be too small for us to read. You're going to have to zoom in on that.
Can you zoom in on it?
Oh, now, let's see. Now,
let me just read. I'll just read it.
Just read it off. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question. I'm getting some opinions on purchasing a one-shot color camera. I have a Takahashi TOA 130. It's 1,000 millimeter focal length at f7.7. I don't plan getting a reducer unless I really need to. Very expensive for this scope. LOL. I'm thinking mid-range price. I don't want to spend $2,000 on the ASI 2600. More like $1,000, give or take. Any recommendations? I appreciate it.
First thing, make sure he gets the flattener. It's the TOA 67 flattener he wants.
Yep.
Okay.
Or make that back. It's a TOA 645 he wants.
Okay.
Because
isn't that part of your project?
That's my project. Yeah, it is. I'm doing this whole setup right now for.
What is it? TOA what?
It's what it is I've got right here. It just came to me today. It's a TOA 130 NFB, and I'm putting together the whole optical train assembly.
And what was the flattener?
Eddie said he has.
The flattener is a TOA 645. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it out.
Eddie said he has a flattener already. So.
He does.
Yeah, he has a flattener.
Okay, cool.
So one shot, what I'd recommend is definitely if it was up to me.
There he is, Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
Eddie, take a look at the QHY 367C. That's a perfect camera, one-shot color camera for that particular. You get the perfect image scale for it. But that would be my recommendation. The build quality on the QHY, the fact that you've got the choice of binning, in-camera binning, but it is just a great camera to set up. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. The 268 is what they've got. So I'm putting in QHY 268C, but those would be my two choices.
Okay.
I actually have a 268 coming.
And the 268 is the same as the 2600, I believe. Uses the same chip.
The same chip.
Yep.
And he went, and when he was asking, he didn't want to spend that much because it was around $2,000. So I was also looking at recommending the 533 MC because it's the same pixel size, although it's a much smaller. It's a square sensor. It's 12 by. It's a 1-inch square sensor, but it has the same pixel size, 3.76.
76, yeah.
Yeah, 3.76 microns. And I believe it would be around just around 0.7 arc seconds per pixel, if I'm not mistaken. When I was looking it up, if that was an alternative that I threw out there, if you wanted to stay under that sub $1,000.
That camera that you said, Pete, that was a 367. You said, right?
Yeah, and this is kind of what I say. I understand that everybody truly has a budget, but believe me, in this hobby, my motto, and Dan, you can attest to it, my signature line says, buy once,
cry once.
Buy once.
Exactly.
You see too many people cry multiple times. And what I would honestly say is don't get a camera that's under $1,000, because I guarantee you that within 6 months, that thing's going to take a dump. And you're going to say, I should have saved that money and saved up a little bit more. Believe me, don't buy an under $1,000 camera, because it's basically what you got is you got yourself a Porsche, and now you're putting cheap tires on a Porsche.
Yep.
Don't. You've got yourself a great scope. You spent $6,000 on the scope. Don't go cheap on the optics. Yep. Don't just save your money, and believe me, do visual until you can save up, but get yourself a good camera, a one-shot, an OSC for it.
Yeah,
that's right.
And Eddie, when you're ready to buy, give me a call. No, just
There you go.
People do that all the time. You know, I go into Best Buy, I see people spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on a TV, and then I spend $400 on a soundbar.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's horrible. But you know what? I mean, it's just amazing. And Pete, you're exactly right. I mean, we've said this even before we knew it was a saying that it was your tagline. I didn't know where it came from. Maybe Scott brought it on board.
Scott brought it on board.
And you know what? I kind of ran with it a little bit. And I was like, oh man, that was you. So, but yeah,
it's the other tagline too. Is
yeah.
the bitterness of poor quality. No, the bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of low prices forgotten.
Yep.
Right.
Alexandra was asking similar question. Just starting out with a Red Cat. I'd like to get started with a color camera suggestions. Gideon, good choice. The 183, very good choice.
Yep.
The 533 is a really good choice for the Red Cat, and it's a very similar setup as the 183. You got a small sensor. The 183 does have a smaller sensor than the 533.
Yep.
But again, the reason why I would like the 533 versus the 183, just me personally, no amp. It has 0 amp glow. That's the one thing for me.
Well, that to me,
as far as the 183 versus the 533.
Yeah. To me, if we're gonna do that, I could care less about the amp glow, to be honest with you. Even though it's a cool, nifty kind of thing, because we've been taking care of amp glow for years. With darks. Yeah. So that being said, I just don't like the square sensor of the 533. So that I just and that's again, it's a Coke and Pepsi thing. So you know what I mean. So it's all about what you like as the artist. If you don't mind, and you're gonna crop
14,
square anyway.
Gideon. It's 14-bit.
Yeah. But hey. You know what? If you like the square sensor and you want to get the no amp glow, then the 533 is. And you know what? If you want to know more about the 533, and if you want to see more about it, check out Eric's video on the 533. He does a really, really, really good review. It's actually, I think, in the top 5 of AstroWorld right now for videos watched in 2021. So nice job, Eric. Nice job, Eric. But Eric also has his own channel. Feel free to go there too as well. Astro with Eric. So,
maybe Dan and Eric, we should probably talk about remember last show, we talked about the criteria to define what is a good camera.
Yeah.
We got 12-bit, 14-bit, and 16-bit. And people say, well, I don't know, what are we talking about right here? Well, basically, you're talking about the analog digital converter.
Yep.
12-bit basically is 2 to the power of 10 or 12. 14-bit is 2 to the power of 14. And
we got some feedback.
We're basically talking about tonal values, the smooth gradient from white to dark. So the higher the bit value, the better the camera. Then we talk about, say, quantum efficiency. The higher that numerical value is, what we're talking about is for every 100 photons of light that come through into the pixel, into the well, how many of those get converted to signal?
Actually converted, right.
63%, that means 63 out of 100 photons get converted to signal. So the higher that numerical value, the better the camera. Yep. Then we talk about full well capacity. The higher that numerical value is, the better. And then the last but least is the read noise. The lower that numerical value, the better.
Yep.
So that's kind of the criteria that when people say, well, Pete, what camera should I get? And I say, well, let's look at your image scale first, based upon the focal length of your scope. Then we'll look at the sensor that you got there. And then we can definitely look at what camera is going to be suited based upon those 5 criteria.
Yeah, and don't also forget, don't forget the tools that are out there to help you do that. There are some wonderful tools out there that are really easy to find. One is astronomy.tools.
That's fabulous.
That's the first one. And if you like color pictures, you could go to blackwaterskies.uk. That's another one. So they're all really good tools. And what those will do for you is you could put your telescope in there, the focal length of your scope, the camera that you have, the pixel pitch, and the array size. You can throw it all in there, and you can pick an image. So let's say if I want to do M31, I want to do the Andromeda Galaxy. I'm going to throw that in there, and it's going to show you with that scope and that camera what you could fit on your chip.
Yep.
And that's really important because what a lot of people do, and what Pete, I know you can attest to this too, because you deal with public people and buying cameras and scopes and stuff like that as well. What people do is they say, "I want this camera," and then I just go like this. Well, what scope do you have? And I got this scope, and I'm like, "No, you don't want that camera," because I said, "Well, okay, that's fine. Well, what do you want to image?" Well, I want to get the Andromeda Galaxy one shot. Blah 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 blah. I said, "Yeah, but you got a 10-inch scope with the 290." So that being said, and some of you may have got that joke, some of you may not, but you got a 10-inch scope with a huge focal length, you got 290 with the chip the size of a pinhead. You're not going to fit even with the biggest chip out there. That's a relatively good price. You're not going to fit the Andromeda Galaxy with a 10-inch scope. You're not going to fit it unless your Hyperstar or something like that, where you're dropping it down, down the focal length to, you go in f2 and then you're going down quite a bit. You might be able to fit it, or your second option is a Mosaic, and that kind of stuff you could do. But these people don't want to do that. They want to take one shot and go. So now you got to really think about what you're fine. Do you want to get small planetaries? Do you want to get little galaxies? Do you want to get that, or do you want to go deep into the Orion Nebula, deep into the Elephant Trunk, or deep into the Pillars of Creation? You got to really think realistically of what your end goal is, of what you want to take a picture of. And astronomy.tools and blackwaterskies.uk will help you get there. So don't jump the gun. Don't go buying a camera and a telescope, and then you get it home and it's not going to do what you want to do. Go search out people like us or others that have this information that can help you.
But I think one of the big reasons that people get screwed up on that, Daniel, is because they have what I used to refer to as a microwave technology kind of brain set. They want that beep, 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 30 seconds, everything is done kind of mentality. The iPhone, the Android phones, the phones that are in your cameras, they're designed to be a well-rounded kind of approach to taking pictures. And you just can't approach astronomy photography like that. It just will not work.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you guys want to take a look at our first picture?
As you said, Dan, typically what they'll do is they'll buy that Me 10-inch. They'll say, I did it for visual, but I couldn't see color. Now I want to do astrophotography and I want to get a cheap camera. I want to spend $2,000. I'm thinking, wait a minute. For that focal length, you need something in that 7 to 8 micron range. And when you tell them what the price is, they kind of have a heart attack. And I say, well, if you want to do 2x2 binning, we might get you down to 5 pixels.
Yep.
But you're going to be spending about $35,000 to $4,000, maybe $5,000. And it's like, oh my God, I didn't expect what it is. But yeah, that's kind of how it is when they start getting in. They just think that they got this big scope that they can go ahead now and just get a camera, and it just does not fit.
It doesn't work, man. And it's just very, very interesting how a lot of people do that. And that's when you get into that buy once, cry once conversation again. And people buy stuff for a certain reason. They want to convert that for another purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't work. Now, don't get me wrong. People's ideals change of what they want to see and what they want to do. But everyone here could attest to that there is a tool, right tool for the right job.
Yep.
Now, the refractors are shooting for one thing. Schmitz are shooting for another. They're completely, fast newts or hyperstars are shooting for another. So you got to be really, and I say this a lot, and I haven't said it recently, but you want to be very, very, very honest with yourself on what you really want to accomplish if you're going to take this dive.
Right.
We can all attest. How many times have we been asked, well, I just want one scope. What one scope? Unfortunately, there's no one scope that's going to give you everything you need. That's why anybody who gets in this hobby will have maybe 3-4 different scopes for different fields of view, for different cameras, depending upon what it is that they want to image.
Yep.
So as you get into this, as you get into this hobby, what we're trying to give the advice is we've all been down that road. We don't want to see you new people coming in make those mistakes, because you want to learn by people who have made those mistakes. Buy once, try once.
Exactly.
Well, and I think that conversation takes you to, it should take you to, at any rate, the kind of imaging that you want to do. Are you looking for deep sky? You want to do planetary? You want to do, large, celestial objects, nebulae, stuff like that. Where do you want to go? You have to start with one, because your distant galaxies, you're not going to do distant galaxies with those rigs that you were showing, Dan and Eric. Those are wide field rigs.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get M51 in something like that. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And so you have to. This conversation goes to the terrestrial photography just as well as it does astrophotography. You're just not going to. There are some lenses that are suited for portrait work, and there are some lenses that are suited for landscape work, and so on and so forth. You have to figure out where you want to go, and getting that conversation with people, started, and saying, pick something, because you're not going to get everything. Pick something that you like, and then build from there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Here. Okay, let me throw this out, and I would like to get you guys, your guys' opinion, because I'm a Schmidt guy, but I'm also a refractor guy. So
you're a converted back Schmidt guy.
Yeah, I'm going back. I go back and forth, but I have 2 Schmidt Castlegrains. That when we talk about buy once, cry once, or we talk about the right scope for the target you want to go after, I keep going back. It's going to take a bit to learn, but I keep going back to Schmidt's. For the only reason that I go back to Schmidt's is because, as far as I know, it's one of the only scopes where it's so versatile. You can do so many things with it. You can do planetary. With a Barlow, you can go up to f/25, whatever. If you wanted to go deep as far as small galaxies, you can do f/10.
Yep.
You want to do some decent DSOs, you got f/7. And I'm hoping, because I'm waiting for Starzona to come out with more. You can go f/4 if you get a night owl.
Yep.
And you can go f/2 if you get a hyperstar, or f/1.9.
Yep.
Yep.
That is the only scope that I can think of that is, to your point, to what you're saying, Peter, buy once, cry once. That's the only scope that I can think of that can be that versatile. Can be this versatile.
And it's a point well taken, and definitely I agree with you. But if people who aren't really mechanically challenged, you know that they're going to have to collimate, and that becomes an issue. So, as I said, every scope has their pluses and their minuses. There's no one scope that's going to give you everything that you want. And Eric, I agree with you. Everything you've said, I like it. It gives you that versatility and the flexibility to be able to add and to interchange component items to give you that. But if you're not mechanically inclined, you have to know that at least twice a year, you got to collimate it.
Sometimes more.
Yeah.
Sometimes more. Because I love them, but this is the only knock that I have with Bob's knobs, is that they tend to loosen.
Yeah.
They do tend to loosen.
Yep.
So you will have to collimate probably more often than not.
Yep.
That's the only thing.
Yep.
You know
what? Collimation on a Schmidt.
And if you want to see my video, go to my video.
I mean, I think that you've got an answer that really kind of simplifies the collimation process, because people don't mind it. It's just they have to learn it. They have to overcome that initial learning curve. Once you've done it once or twice or 3 times, it just becomes second nature. But you still have to collimate. Same thing with Newtonians. Newtonians suffer from that. Yep. So that's their weakness, but they're great. I mean, Newtonians are fast. If you want fast vocal ratios, astro imaging, Newtonians are phenomenal. Let's take a look at Del Kirkins. Once again, we got to collimate Del Kirkins. So that's that one issue. And at the same time, you have to have the fans, because you've got to get the ambient temperature as inside the scope with the outside. Refractors, well, yeah, they're maintenance free. Touch wood, unless you
to a certain extent, yeah.
unless you get pinched optics.
Yeah.
But they don't have to be cooled. They're literally, you don't have to collimate them unless they come out of the factory so. But when you get into anything greater than 4 inches and you've got that prism, then cost goes up exponentially. So you're absolutely right. The best of both worlds, we get a refractor and get an Schmidt.
Yeah.
I really think that would be the best answer is that start with one, save your pennies up when you get in this hobby, and in 2 years, get the other one. And you're
Get the other one.
happy.
And that was kind of like what I did. You know, my example is I started out, you know, I had the 8SE, but that doesn't count, with refractors. You know, you start out with refractors. I have the William Optics, and you know, I love them. But I got that aperture fever again. So what did I do?
Sell everything.
I sold everything and got the Schmidt.
Now he wants his refractors back.
Now I want my refractors back.
It's crazy, but you know, so we do have actually the person that sent us our first image just came online. I saw him in the chat box. So let's take a look at our first image for the night, and I'll share this on the screen. Now it's not off the bat, you don't see it, but let me show you what I'm talking. He sent us a picture of a walking noise, and he wants to know if this is walking noise. And here is a lovely picture of the horse head and the plane.
Yeah, nice.
Nice job, right? Very good. Now, if you do a super stretch.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
And that's exactly what that is. So I guess my first question is, and I'm sure you guys are probably thinking the same thing, are we dithering?
Yeah.
Are we dithering?
You know, if we're and if you're not, you should probably start, because that would clean up so nicely, and it'll be able to average those pixels out for you.
Yep. Absolutely. And I will agree with Lydell. Hey, Lydell, how you doing, man?
Oh, Lydell showed up. What's up, man?
Don't sell any. Don't pull an Eric. You got the GT81 and the Edge 11, and you're thinking about the Hyperstar. Get them all and keep them.
You know what? You spend an extra $150 and just buy a closet of death that I have, and put it there. And trust me, you will love your closet of death when you open that up and you see that GT81 that's just sitting there, just begging to come out of the closet of death to be reactivated. And you're gonna, oh wow, what's going on here? Hold on a second.
Hey Dan, I think we ought to have an auction. We ought to have an online auction of the stuff you got in the closet of death, and just let's start at a minimum bidding, and we'll just see if it sells.
Okay, so the first thing in here is, and this is going for raffle right now. This is the Nutrisystem fried garlic chicken flavored ramen. That's the first thing that's in there. Let's see. And let's see. How about? Oh, I got this. This is nice. So this is nice.
Uh-huh.
Is that the Noid? Is that a Noid?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, there's a lot of stuff in here. And you know what? I enter my closet of death weekly because I always am thinking of doing something with either my mounts or whatever. And the scary thing right now is, so I have my Eagle on right now, and the reason why I got up to begin with was I had my Eagle on. I was testing the Voyager software, and GSS turned on, and I noticed all of a sudden my telescope is slanted. So apparently my scope is tracking while it's inside. It almost slammed into the closet of death. But so yeah, so that's not cool. But yeah, so getting back to here, yeah, you definitely got, this is from who is this? Frank Rossetti again. And again, just remember, dither. He said
he mentioned that he was using a Hyperstar. That's why he was doing everything unguided. He was using a Hyperstar.
Got it.
Just to let you know. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I see it a couple of lines up now. But let's see, unguided. But that's definitely walking noise without a doubt.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And this is me, just me personally. This is probably one of the reasons, even though I have an F2 system with the Rasa 8. This is why no matter what exposure length I'm doing, I still guide just so I can dither.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to avoid and minimize that walking noise, that type of noise. So just let you know. So that's just me though.
Hey, Dan, I'm going to send you a link that talks about calculating out dithers. I'll send it to you here in about 2 minutes, and then maybe
Okay.
you can post it.
Yeah, I could do that. Absolutely.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up here.
And I gotta put this up for Tom. Tom Daigon sent us a picture as well. Give me a second, and I'll grab it. Where's my? And then I got a really cool picture from Chris Frierkin, so I'll show you that.
Awesome.
And let me download this guy. And I love when you guys send us pictures. It's great. Sometimes we may be a little bit hard on people, but again, like we say, if we tell you everything's beautiful and all pretty, we're not doing you any favors. So let's see. Why is this? Open up with photos. Okay. There we go. So here is the one from Tom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you can't take constructive criticism, you're in the wrong hobby.
No, I think everybody in this can take constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'm sure they can.
I'm not worried about that. But
yeah, for sure.
But here you go. Here is a version of the elephant trunk.
Wow.
I'm a Prince fan, so I kind of like purple.
I was going to say, that looks like the Jimi Hendrix version.
Yeah, purple haze, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. But yeah, it's definitely a different color palette that I'm not used to for.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa!
Yeah. That's pretty wild, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like a blacklight version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's definitely a nice take on. I like it.
Yeah. It is different. That's for sure.
Well, I'm a big purple fan. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. So yeah, pinks and purples and magentas and such. I love it. Yeah. I'd print that and put it on the wall.
Yeah, that would look really good. I think that would look.
With the blue
background. Yeah, I love that.
With the blue gases, I kind of like it.
Yeah,
yes.
I do like it.
It. This is for me. This is art, and I like it.
Yep. I agree.
Absolutely, it's nice.
So that's a nice job, Tom. I really like the color palette. It's not what you normally see when you see images of the elephant trunk, and that's why I think it's very original and it's awesome. I love
that's
it.
why, yeah, I agree.
I'd like to know what color
print, wouldn't it?
What was that?
That would be nice on a metal print.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
I'd like to know what color palette he's using.
Yeah, I would be interested as well.
Well, he's on. I'm sure he'll answer that question. He's on. He's putting stuff in the chat. But Tom, awesome job on that. I think that's the most original elephant's trunk I've seen in a while. So awesome job on that. I think that's pretty cool.
This almost reminds me with this take of the elephant trunk. Kind of reminds me of Antoine from Galactic Hunter when he did his take on Orion and the Horsehead.
Yeah,
the blue.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that. If you guys ever seen that video, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was really, really interesting. I like to try to, I agree. Try to do something different, try to do a different take on it.
I think that's a great idea. And let's see. Pete sent us a couple of pics. Which one do you want me to show, Pete?
Well, let's just show the first one with the what undersampling looks like. If we pixel peep into you'll see what.
That's the rosette, right?
Right. I was right there at about 3.1 arc seconds per pixel.
All right. So here is the rosette, and the reason why Pete gave this to us, so we could kind of take a look at. I know we spent a lot of time on sampling, undersampling, oversampling, all that. And Pete was showing us some stuff on undersampling. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So let's share the screen. I wish it would just do screen 2 and stop asking me. Okay, so here is a really nice job from Pete. Looks like either a Newtonian or something with spikes. So maybe a CDK or something.
Post-processed.
Oh, this was done in post. The
Yep.
spikes were added in post.
In post, yeah.
Like
okay, cool.
like Annie's astronomy tools or something like that.
Yeah,
It's I forget what it's called. I've got it in Photoshop. But if you notice the stars on the inside, if you zoom in, you can start to see them get just a little bit blockish. They're getting kind of squarish.
Yeah, they're getting a little squarish.
Getting a little squarish. So that's a prime example of what undersampled looks like. You can just see that they're just kind of starting to move from being circular to kind of getting blockish. And I was right at around about a 2.8 to a 3.1 arc seconds.
Yeah,
So-
you can definitely start to see it. Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm just trying to see.
Especially like that lower. If you look at the lower spike at the bottom there, you can kind of see it right there where your mouse is. You see how square it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely, right there. So that's the indication what undersampling starts to look like.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, there's nothing you can try to go ahead and you can try to do drizzle. But I tell you, once you get to a point, there's really nothing else you can do because it's better to be oversampled than undersampled.
Yeah.
You can always you can shrink stars when they get bloated.
Yeah.
you can also drizzle too with the undersampling.
Yeah, but still, again, I don't know how many iterations you're going to get before you start to get artifacts. That's the problem with drizzle is that you can try, but once you get the blocks, I mean, you might just want to kind of think about, okay, I've got to get, once again, we talked about the camera with the focal length of the scope. You want to be between that like 0.7 to like 2 arc seconds.
I agree with that number. Yeah, absolutely.
So it was just this image that I wanted just to kind of show people because people have always said, well, I don't know what you mean by blockish stars. So this gives you an idea of what blockish stars look like.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's helpful, Pete. Thanks.
There you go. And that's that. And he also sent us one of his horse head, right? Let's see. For the horse head, where is it? Where's all my downloads? Come on.
I think it's important that people understand what is actually causing undersampling and oversampling. You know, that it's the pixels, the pixel size, you know, and how much information is getting forced into either too many pixels or too few.
Yep. And here is one of Peter's horse heads. That is just some sick detail.
Very much so.
What scope was that, Pete?
That was a Takahashi TOA 130 NFB and a, believe it or not, a 367C with an NVZ filter.
So is that the QHY camera?
Yep.
QHY camera.
Yeah.
As I said, if I was looking at constructive criticism, I definitely too much contrast on the flame. I put too much,
a little bit.
little bit. Yeah, I should have just backed it off, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You did a really. I mean, I see a
I
very
kinda
little
like-
halo at Altenac. On the
Oh
pack,
yeah,
a little
you
bit.
really
here.
managed that. Really, yeah. Altenac, you managed
But
really
you can
well.
barely see it though. So yeah, exactly. You can barely see it. I think that's a great job. You know, just the detail in the horse head. I mean, especially over here
Yep.
in the ripples of the horse head. Really nice. Chris said sweet detail on the tack, very tame.
It's very tame.
Yep. I've seen pictures of people with the, on the tack that's like just like it's blaring.
Mhm.
You know, but you did a nice job with that, Pete. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you did.
Is that just star reduction on Alnatac?
No, Literally, it was the NBZ filter. I tried the Triad filter, and Elitac was just blown right out.
Yep.
And as soon as I put that NBZ filter in there, when I got the raw data, I said, "Whoa, look at Elitac."
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, like you, Eric, I
Yep.
love that filter for an
That
OSC
has become my favorite one-shot color filter, hands down.
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because of what you can do taming bright stars such as the Alnitak here. That's what sold me on it. When I did my horse head and when I saw Alnitak so toned down, so tame, I was like, that's it. Because none of my other one-shot color multi-band, dual band filters could do it. None of them
Yep.
could.
And I got one last picture, and it really doesn't have a lot to do with the detail at all, but it's with what this person imaged. And when I saw it, I was really just blown away, to be honest with you. And I'll show it to you real quick. Let's see, where is it? I got too many windows here. And
Which NBZ filter was that, Pete?
Well, remember that he came up with the NBX, but then he changed that to the NBZ. It's Hutech. It's a Hutech filter. But what he's got it as a 10 nanometer bandpass. So it's great for fast vocal ratios as well as slow vocal ratios.
Yep.
I gotta wait for.
Now they have come out with a high-speed version.
Yeah.
Of the NBZ
for the Rosses, right?
For the Rosses, yeah. But for someone like me who already has the original 10 nanometer, I was like, you know what, I can do just fine with what I've got.
Pete, is that something that you have at Woodland Hills?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got mine from Woodland.
Yeah, Eric, do you remember? Like I had the L-enhanced. I tried that. I go, yeah. I tried the NBX, and I talked to Ted at Hutech. I said, Ted, something's not right with the coatings on this filter. He goes, yeah, Pete, I found this out. So he said, we're going to change everything out. We're going to come with a new one. So all your customers will change it out to the NBZ. He got me the NBZ, and you're right, Eric, like you, man, it's the best filter.
Yeah.
I like it better than the Triad filter. I really do. It's a lot less expensive.
It's a lot less expensive, and I think it does such a much better job.
Exactly. Yep. And it's the NBZ, the Hutech NBZ filter.
Yeah.
You can get those. I mean, great for one-shot colors.
Yep. Is it Hutech or IDAS?
Well, IDAS and Hutech is the company.
The same.
But IDAS is the same, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Wasn't aware of that.
All right, so here you go. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Last one for a little bit, and then we'll have some conversation. But and loading, and here we go.
Oh, whoa. The trapezium. Oh, look, it got the fifth one, too.
And the sixth one.
Where's the sixth one?
It's right.
Whoa.
It's right there.
There, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
It's right there. You got E and F.
Yep, look at
Right
that.
there. And how cool is that?
That's fantastic.
So that's Chris Fearskin. Unbelievable. I can't believe he got that.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
So
wow.
That's awesome. That's not
How do you
easy.
get that? What do you use to pull that out? Because I tell you, when I shoot M42, I struggle trying to get the trapezium.
Man, let me tell you,
I struggle with it.
Maybe he could come on the show one night and show us, because that's incredible stuff, man. So if you could share some specs, Chris. A lot of people are asking about what's the focal length, what'd you do, how'd you do it. Hey, feel free to knock out the chat.
Yeah.
So, that's we'd love to know how you
great
did that.
Job.
So nice, awesome job with that. That I thought that just when I opened that, it took a while for it to open. But when I finally came up, it blew me away, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like, that's impressive, because I can't do that.
I'm curious, is that 1x1 binning?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if he says anything.
It's 10 nanometers, Dennis. It's a 10 mm.
He said he found it in his data. That's what he said. He doesn't. I don't know what the I don't know what the specs or anything are, but I just thought it was cool.
Oh my God! You didn't write this down when you took it? Oh my God!
No, I'm sure he's got it. Here we go. Here,
No, he's posting it.
Just came up.
He's posting it now. He used
okay.
the DC-102 with a 2600 luminance filter. Bin 1 by 1.
Yep, been one by one. Man, the scene conditions must have been phenomenal that night.
Yeah.
I mean, look how round those stars are. Look at that. And look how many pixels. How many pixels do they occupy on the bright star? I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just amazing, man.
That's crazy.
That really is amazing. Great job. Great job.
Awesome job with that, Chris. That's great stuff.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that was a nice find there.
And that's a 700 millimeter vocal length. That's a wide field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he was able to pull that off.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of data there. So he's got 5 second, 10 second, 30 second, 1 minute shots. So I mean, there's a lot of data in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like an HDR combine.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But I mean, just to pull that off is really amazing. So nice job.
Yeah.
But
kudos, Chris. Great job. Great job.
He said he bought the camera from Woodland Hills. So. Excuse me. Sorry. I had to wet my throat a little bit. So you know what? Just commercial break. Okay. Everybody don't forget the raffle we got going on for the Player One Neptune camera. $5 raffle, max of 5 chances. Feel free to PayPal or Cash App. I have them both now, so because people have been asking if I use Cash App, so I got Cash App too. It's PayPal at AstroWorldWeb.com. $5 chance. We're going to do this on the 11th of February. Comes with the planetary camera and the 1 1/4 UV IR cut. So feel free to send the money, and then we'll raffle that off on the 11th, and all the money goes to next raffle. So everything goes to the next raffle. So just keep on building the pot.
Yeah. Emmett Quattro was asking, can I use the high-speed Ultra NVZ on an f5.6? And I wouldn't recommend it because I believe they've done something with the high speed that help with dealing with the band shift, the slight band shift. So, and that's what they do a lot, say, with a lot of these high-speed filters, is to address the shifting. They do something with those filters to help with that. And from what I understand, it's not recommended to use that with something like a 5.6. It's only, high-speed systems. So I wouldn't recommend that. What I would just say do is get the regular NBZ, and I tell you, you will be. I think you will be happy with it. I really do, because that's just me. But I am.
Do they have one for the Hyperstar?
Yeah, it's an ultra high speed.
Ultra high speed, UHS. Yep.
Yeah, UHS. They've got the UHS version.
Put the link up in the chat.
Sure.
I can't use the chat, by the way, Daniel. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
It says that it is messages is only supported for the host.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's annoying. There you go. There's the UHS coming up.
Yep. I just posted. I posted it here.
Do they have a mounted?
I don't know if it's going to show up.
What was that?
Do they have a 2-inch mounted version?
I see.
Yes, that's what. Yeah.
They've got mounted and unmounted. Yeah.
Yep, they do. Huh, I'm surprised. I posted the link, but it didn't show up in the chat. Interesting.
Well, I posted the link for the UHS in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I just went directly to Hughtech's website and just did that.
I just did a search.
Yeah,
and
interesting.
I just did a search and put up the first one I saw. So I got First Light Optics. So
Gotcha.
so that's what I threw up there. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different sizes that you can get for your system. So
Hey, Dan, check your emails because I also sent the link for the dithering calculations. And that first photo, we can post that for that gentleman.
yeah, got it right here. And copy and
It's kind of crazy how the ultra high speed is actually less expensive
yep.
than
the regular.
than the regular. I find that kind of interesting.
So that's that second link is to how to calculate dithering with PhD. So thank you, Pete, for sending that up. Let's see. That's annoying that you guys can't use a chat.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, well, it just follows suit for what we go through. We always got one little glitch or two.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's a set of program. I don't think it's a glitch. I just guess I never asked you guys if you were able to chat. But if you wanted to chat, Scott and Eric or Peter, you could always do it through the YouTube chat. If you open up the show file and watch it and kind of just right click the tab and mute it. So you don't have to listen to both. But
Pete, is that filter something that 52 millimeter? Is that something you guys have at Woodland Hills?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe you could send me the link to it because I'd much rather give you guys the money.
Yeah.
What I'll do is Monday morning, Scott. I'll get up and then I'll get that link over to you unless you want it tomorrow.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So what else we got going? Anybody else got any projects going on or anything like that? I mean, I know me and Eric have been dealing with crap weather. Eric's probably getting better weather than I, but I'm having no luck doing anything.
Right now, I'm shooting the tadpole.
Okay.
And so far, so good. I mean, I have to actually go outside to see how the clouds look right now, but it's not. But right now, it doesn't seem to be obstructing my shot. So,
well, I have to disconnect my scope before it runs into my closet of death because I didn't. Give me a second here. I just disconnected it now. So
yeah. So
apparently,
I did a series of 20, and it was fine. So I restarted my sequence, and I'm doing another set of 20, and I'm just watching it right now to see how it goes before for those clouds really roll in. So I started out yesterday after I did my collimation and the whole video thing. I ended up imaging. So I did it yesterday, and I'm just doing 3 nanometer HA, the Antlia Pro.
Yep.
So I'm doing that right now, and I got my 03 earlier this month. So I've got that in there. So now I'm just saving up so I can go and get the S2, and then I'll have the whole set.
You got mounted or unmounted?
Mounted, yeah, because I put them in. Yeah, and I put them in my the big 2-inch filter wheel. Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at probably selling my Antlia Pros.
Are you thinking about the what are they? The
Optolongs 3.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so much more and more taming of the stars in narrowband, especially in the O and the S.
Okay.
Like the one Ron did some really good pictures with it. Sean Nielsen also did a lot of good pictures with it, and they showed us the raw images, and on the tack was just like there was nothing.
Nice.
The coating on it is so good that there was no halo.
Nice.
So
that's what you want.
Yep.
That's definitely what you want.
The contrast was just about the same as the Antlia Pros, and they cost about the same. So we'll see.
Still in here.
Mark, my buddy Mark's on from Virginia. He's been dealing with snow down there. MX Quattro. Next setup for me is doing RGB for Hubble colors for an one-shot color in PI. Yeah, so RGB data is a wonderful thing to put together for narrowband when you're doing RGB stars.
Yep, sure.
Chris sent his hand. Leah's back. Got chromas. where's Mark when you need him? Mark does not like chroma.
Yeah, I've had mine. I've had mine now for my at least my HA for a while. So if I do go with Optilong, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and just sell them.
Yeah, well, that right now.
Nice.
I don't know if they're selling the. I don't know if the Optilong is selling them separately yet. I think they're just selling them as a set
As
at
a
the
set.
moment.
Yeah.
And I think right now the 2 inches went up since Christmas. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
2 inches are, I think, 1150 or 1130
like
right
that.
now, something like that. And the 36 millimeters are just over 1,000, I think, if I remember right. But they were on sale for a little bit. They were like 960 and 1060 or something like that.
Okay.
And they went up a little bit. They had special pricing. I probably should have just got them for the special pricing, but dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
I hear you.
And in the grand scheme of things, it was only saving you literally like $80. So not that big of a deal, But so what else we got, Scott? Scott, when are you gonna start imaging, brother?
Got to get the base for the telescope set up first. I can't even get the scope out there until I get that base set up. So.
Man, priorities, man. You've been there 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man, another
Yeah, I think that if I made that a priority over the other living stuff, my wife would have filed for divorce.
Like the bathroom and the bedroom and all that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. You just dumped out.
I was like, what in the world just happened?
Oh man.
we're just teasing Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
That's all.
I fully expect it.
That's okay. We love you, Scott. Don't worry.
So, my next job is I'm going to be working on with the 8SE is this OCal electronic collimator.
Yeah, somebody asked if anybody used any of the electric ones yet. So
yeah, I've got it here. Jury's. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The jury's still out for me on this.
okay.
The airy disc, it looks nice. It almost looks really nice, like perfect. It almost looks like a perfect donut. But when I use that tri-bat to bring it in, and I use the tri-bat so I can compare to see how precise it is.
So you saw a big difference when you laid the tri-bat on?
Oh yeah, if I use my tri-bat right now, it's fine. But one of the main reasons why I got this was, one, I wanted it to be easier. Two, I wanted to be able to collimate while I'm in my house because I don't want to do it outside in minus, minus 3
exactly.
Exactly. So,
right, so
some people have had really good success with it so far. I just need to understand a little bit more, maybe watch a few more videos, maybe reach out to the company or something, and maybe it's just a little bit, that I just need to do. Just learning.
Yeah, again, always with new products, there's always going to be, no matter what you do, there's going to be a learning curve no matter what. But maybe it's just a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more practice, maybe then you'll get it. But I mean, I'd love to see what you get down to. I want when you get used to that OCal and see, okay, you know what, it's good, and then lay the tri-bat again on there and see if they're even closer, and they get closer.
And get closer, exactly. But I'll tell you, but I will be honest, I put the tri-bat on there, and the diffraction spikes. It's just it's not perfect, but it does get close. It does. I will admit, it does get close. So it's just not, but it's just a little hair off. So it's not perfectly aligned. And when it comes to collimation, you've got to be as precise as you can if you want to get really good focus and you want to get good round stars.
Yeah.
You really want to make sure you get it nailed down.
Yep. Let me get this off your face now. Let me see if I can get rid of this. There you go. There you go. There you go. So,
Be like,
so,
yeah, end up like Wilson.
yeah. Oh man. So yeah, hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so, I'll have the adapter for the scope, and I'll actually get. So now I haven't even tested this out yet. So I got a nice big 268 now. So now I got a 268, right? I'll have it soon, and now I have the 16200 also. Two big, decently sized chips. I don't know what I'm going to do with one of them. You know?
Yeah.
Because I only
Online
got
auction.
what?
Online auction.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, the 127 is a great pairing for the 16200 right now, and it's awesome. But the 80 that I have is not a very good pairing with the 268.
Yep.
You know, it just is not going to work. The pixels are too big.
Yep.
So now do I just
Send me the 268.
do I buy a 152? You know, so do I go to Pete's house and steal that Takahashi? I'll leave him the 367. I don't need that.
That's a good trade.
I'll put a little hat. I'll put a little Christmas hat on the 367. I'll let it sit there. But
There's a trade off right there. Yeah.
But, I don't know. Or do I sit there and do I go and maybe you guys can answer because I am not a Schmidt person. You guys know I haven't used Schmidts in a long time.
Yeah.
Do I get a 9 1/4 and throw it on that?
Decisions.
Because there is an opportunity for me to get a 9 1/4 edge. How would that work out with the medium filter wheel for QHY? That would work out okay.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You've already got a couple of refractors, but you don't have a reflector, so you got to get a reflector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You get a mirror-based system. You got glass all over the place.
Yeah, I've wanted to. I mean, a 127. The next step up from a 127. You're getting big now at that point. You're getting 152 plus. 130s. You're getting big, and the 127. Yeah, it's an FCD 100 and all that. It's not FPL 53, but you know what? For me, I'm okay. I like it. It's got good optics. I know, but I gotta say something. I just had a return of a telescope yesterday.
Which one?
The brand new FRA 500.
Somebody returned it? I'm wondering why.
Same reason for the 600. Pinched optics. Blatant pinched optics.
Oh boy.
Big teardrop.
Wow.
And very upset about that. I thought that maybe they would have fixed some of the things that they had with the 600. Now, I showed a couple of people, including Mark Ellis, the gentleman that returned it, said he saw a slight color shift in the brighter stars from red to blue, from left to right in the same star. Now, I sent them to 4 different people, and not one of them said they saw it. So, including myself, I didn't see a color shift at all. But it was definitely a pinched optic. You could definitely see the dent in the right side of all the stars. And
Wow.
it was not good.
Wow.
So again, this could be, so he came back and he returned it and he's taking another one. So I'm curious to see if this is a one-off.
A one-off,
or if this is a
manufacturing quality
issue. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't want to take anything away from Sharp Star because they do come out with some really cool stuff. But the 600 and now maybe the 500. I don't know. I know some people in the chat love the 600, so I don't want to talk too much crap about it because I know a lot of people, again, like you with the OCal, a lot of people have gotten great images from the 600.
Yep.
So it could just be the people that we're talking to here, with the exception of Mark Ellis. But that being said, the 500 was definitely that. I've only had one sold, one return, so it's not batting very good. So
Okay.
one out and a strikeout. So we'll see what happens with the rest of them. I do have 5 or 6 of them, so we'll see.
Oh.
But Mark, you are from VA? Yeah, Mark's from VA in the DC kind of area. I don't want to say where exactly. Who knows? Maybe he'll say. Maybe he's sleeping. Yeah, Mark says send me to 268.
Yeah.
Oh God. What do you recommend? The EQ6R Pro or the CEM40? We had this conversation a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
We did. And I think what we came down with was they're two really different types of mounts.
They are.
They're really one's center weighted.
Yep.
One's obviously a lot heavier. One has a little bit more weight capacity than the other, by not by much any means. I think it's like 4 pounds. The Key Q6R is a belt-driven drive. Okay, so there are certain things. I'll tell you this: the friends that I have, the C40, and I have the EQ6R, we're getting similar guiding.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think at that point that's another Coke and Pepsi challenge question to me, about which one is which. So, I like my Cinta mounts. I'm very partial to them. That's just me. I like them. I've had them for 15 years, and it's my comfort zone. So just like my S Big camera, which I'm still trying to sell. But
yeah,
right. 8300? Dan, is that the 8300 chip?
Yeah, the STF 8300. I got Astrodon filters and Optolong narrowbands with the CF. What is it? It's the 8 position filter wheel.
It's funny. Is the 8300 was such a workhorse of a chip,
and it still is. I love it.
It still is. It's a little long in the tooth, and it was replaced by the 16803. And the 16803 I thought was absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
But then when CMOS technology came in, it kind of all went out because it's amazing. But really, the 8300, it's still a great chip. I mean, if you got like a legacy camera, you might want to hold on to it because it's still CCD technology.
What am I gonna do with it? It's like how it is with technology. There's that line of how long to keep it before you sell it, and I passed it. The chip is sailed. It's gone.
It's gone. I mean, it's long in the tooth, no question about it. But it's still a great chip, though. But
it is. But no one's gonna use it. No one's gonna use it.
I know.
I'm gonna end up getting rid of it for like $300 with the filters. I mean,
well, see what they'll do is they'll buy it for the filters and just trash the camera.
Well, now I'm selling the filters separately. I'm selling the Astrodon separately. I'm selling the narrowband separately.
Go.
And then
buy the Astrodons, absolutely.
I'll sell the camera. I'll sell the camera by itself for $1,000, and I'll lose big time on it. But because retail, let's see, the filter wheel was $895 and the camera was $2,500. So $3,300 for the camera and the filter wheel. I'm going to sell it for 60% off.
What size are the filters?
The Astrodon,
36
millimeter.
Yeah, 36.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to make some good money on those because those will hold their values.
Yeah, the filters aren't bad. I'll be able to sell those no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested in the 36 millimeter, the narrow bands.
Oh, let's make a deal, bro. Let's make a deal.
I wanted 36 millimeter Astrodons for to start with.
Scott, definitely get the LRGB and HAO3S2.
I've got the LRGB Astrodons already.
Oh, the narrowbands aren't Astrodons.
Oh.
No, narrowbands are Optolongs.
Oh.
Yeah, they're 7 and 6.5.
Dennis, do you have a link regarding where to purchase the Tri-Batinoff mask? Farpoint Astro.
Yeah. They manufacture them there.
Yep. Farpoint Astro.
Wow. Okay.
So
Wow.
these other filters, Daniel, that you're talking about replacing the Antlias with, the Optilongs.
Yep.
You got a link for them?
Yeah, cameraconcepts.com.
You got a set of 36 millimeters?
No, everyone's still waiting. Everybody, I think, Pete, correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody's still waiting for the first shipment of the Optilong 3nm Pros.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, while we were talking, Jessica Hahn from Optilong just texted me, said we just prepared 15 sets for Camera Concepts. They should be here by April. So that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, put me down for one set.
The 36s or the 2s?
Yeah, 36.
All right, I'll do that. But yeah, so we'll see. So you can sell your 36s too and get this. You know, it's literally going to be a trade-off. You're not going to be spending a lot more money. You might spend $100.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah, Dennis, I put the link in the YouTube chat. It's not showing up on the on our Melon app, but I did put it in the YouTube chat there. If you can see it.
If you put it there, I'll copy and paste it.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Not yet.
I put it in there, and that's really weird. Why it doesn't show up?
You know what? Give it to me on Instant Messenger, and I'll copy and paste it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay, done.
There we go. Got it.
Yeah, that Tribatanoff mask is nice, especially for collimation.
It is. It really is.
There you go. Coming up.
Awesome.
The Tribat.
And honestly, for me, I'll be, people were mentioning this to me as, in the comments of the video, how they've struggled with collimation, of the whole process. I'll be right there with you guys. I struggled with it too, trying to understand it. But now that I do, it makes it a bit easier for me. So just keep going through. And remember, if you tighten one, you loosen the other two.
Yep.
It's that process. But I will say this with my Tribat, after I actually, for me, I started getting a little off after doing the, loosening and then, tightening one, loosening two. But then for some reason, when I actually started tightening all three a bit more, then it came in. So it's weird.
Let's see.
But it does work. That Tribat does work for sure.
I'm just trying to get in here real quick. Yeah. So Simon's working on the website as we're talking. He's texting me.
Okay.
So it was weird. I spoke to Simon, and he's in New Zealand, and he's like, it's like, I don't know. It was like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and he's in his living room, and I see bright light in the back. I said, "Oh man, it's daytime over there." He's like, "It's 12 o'clock on Saturday. I'm here. It's in the middle of summer, by the way, over there." So it seems it's so weird when you talk to somebody on the other side of the world. It's kind of interesting.
Hey Josh, just let you know about your comment here, the ZWO keychain. I think you actually, even though it's free, I think you have to actually request it.
Yeah, you do.
Like there's a little checkbox on the Agena Astro site or something like that, where it'll ask you, if you actually want the free keychain or not.
Let's see. How do I log out? There we go. All right. So it's about 9:45. We're coming up on 2 hours.
Yep. We are.
Another nice show, guys.
Yeah, great show.
Great show.
Another nice show. I love that the fact that the people that are watching us are more and more getting into it and throwing questions and sending us pictures and stuff like that, whether they're critique or not, or just to enjoy. It's a great way to share. I mean, I thought that the elephant trunk from Tom was just a great example of how you could change the image that you're used to and still get that wow factor. And I thought that was awesome. And then you sit there and you look at stuff like what Chris Fierskin did, and grab E and F out of the trapezium.
Mhm.
And so I thought that was awesome too. And Pete, obviously, your picture of the horse head was just blew us away. So that great job with that. I mean, it's great when people share and we could kind of share with each other and learn stuff.
Yeah.
MS Quattro said he got his question lost in the list. Well, what do you use to clean your optics and or chip?
CMOS chip. I purchased a DSLR cleaner.
They have the nice wipes, the
Nice
stick
wipe.
wipes,
Yep.
and it's also it's more about how you do it, not just what you use. What you use is important, but it's how you go across that sensor.
Yeah,
You want to
exactly right.
make sure you're not doing circles. You want to go straight across. Yeah.
Okay, this is called a sensor scope, and it's got
There's the wipes.
lights on it, and it magnifies, and you put it right up against the chip, and you can see all the dust.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing. This from Sensor Scope, and exactly what you call it. Eric has same thing. Something like this.
The wipes.
Okay.
Yep.
And
They're like little paintbrushes.
Little paintbrushes.
And some cleaning liquid.
Yeah. This is just a multifunction. I guess it's off Amazon. Multifunctional camera cleaning kit, and it came with all these different pieces, wipes, stuff like that. But I use this guy here primarily. Yep. That's what I use.
Very similar to what I have. It comes in. These come in different widths for different width chips.
Yep.
Okay, so that's really, really cool. If you want something like this, this is what I got. It's called Sensor Safe from Delkin Devices, and it came for like $40. It came with a bunch of the swabs. It came with all these swabs, a whole bunch of swabs. It came with a cleaning liquid and the sensor scope. I think for $44.
Yeah.
So I love this sensor scope because I could get in there and I could kind of look and brighten up the chip, so I could see if there's any specks or anything in there. And always the famous.
Yep.
Rocket blower. That too. But yeah, that's what I use to clean my chips.
On the actual glass of, like, say, sometimes on my filters and stuff like that, I have used this, what's called First Contact. It's a solution.
Yep.
Where you would put this solution on, and you have little pieces of adhesive that you would drop this on and move it around onto your filter. Like, say if you had fingerprints and all that stuff, and you have a small little piece of paper that you tab onto it, and when it dries, it actually peels off and takes the fingerprints and dirt along with it. So
that's pretty cool. But that is not for the faint of heart.
No.
Okay, so you do not want to be doing this if you don't know
what don't use this on a sensor. This is mostly just for the glass.
So, this is not 99.9, if not all of the sensors out there have a very thin glass covering on top of the sensor, so you do not damage the actual sensor.
Don't use that stuff on the sensor.
You don't want to take the glass off. Just leave it alone. If you need to get the glass off and you need to send it to your manufacturer, let them do it. Yep. Do not do that yourself.
That was strictly that stuff was strictly like for filters, not for actual camera sensors.
Also, this is my favorite non-lint, ultra soft. This stuff is the best. This stuff is the best stuff out there.
Pet pads, yeah.
There's other stuff out there called Kimmy wipes.
Yep, I've got those.
I don't like the Kimmy wipes. No matter they say they're lint free, but I always find strands of it that just goes on. These are really, really good. I like these. My favorite. And then for stuff that's not too, I guess, not stuff that I don't care about, but stuff I care less about. These guys, these are lens wipes from Zeiss.
Yeah, I have some of those.
Got some of those for now. Again, am I going to put this on a $400 filter? No, I'm not. This is stuff that's just like a kind of cleanup kind of stuff. It's the same thing you use for glasses. You can use that.
Yeah, I've used those like every once in a while, like when I'm cleaning my corrector plate.
Yeah. You know, if you just
like
want to dab or something,
Yeah.
you know, or if anybody wants a rocket blower, you know, I got plenty.
He's emptying out his closet, guys.
There you go. This is in the new closet of death. This is what this is going. But and you know, do not use this on your sensor. Do not use anything like this on your sensor. Do not use anything like this on your optics. This is not for that. This is for general cleaning.
Yep.
You know, so don't do that. Don't do that.
Just the fluids, the good fluids that they use for optics as well. There's a couple of manufacturers out there that make really good liquids that you can use on your corrector plates and such in conjunction with the PEC pads.
Yep.
Excellent.
And in the sensor scope package, it does come with decent liquid too in that as well. So and it also comes with a nice little makeup brush.
Yep.
Or something. It's very soft, very nice. But anyway, I'll just put this away.
You gotta do add a little bit of blush there, you know, a little bit of rouge, you know. Something to help out with the camera, you're in front of the camera there, you know.
Cleaning supplies. Can you say cleaning supplies, boys and girls?
I saw it. Oh my God.
Oh, Daniel, you're so sweet.
Oh man.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
I saw the new Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, the one from 2019. Oh my gosh! Yeah, if you say gentrification, boys and girls, I know you can. Did you? Hey, Mr. Robinson, did you see that? The UPS came by and dropped off a 75-inch TV. It's not where, and it's no one knows where it is. We're just wondering if you knew.
It's great. He's
got this huge pile of Amazon boxes.
Yo, don't even laugh. There is a person. There is a person that worked for me in a store that literally got arrested for stealing Amazon packages during Christmas from house to house to house.
See, oh man.
I was like, what is
yeah,
that?
but you know what? You deserve to get arrested for doing stupid.
You absolutely do. You absolutely do. And well, I think we went off the rails a little bit there.
A little bit.
Minutes, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But what's the name of the pads, Dan? Yeah, they're
PEC pads.
I like them. I really think they're the best ones out there as far as, and they're relatively cheap. I mean, you can get like 2 packages for like $7 or something like that. So it's really not bad. But that being said, I mean, before my telescope hits my closet of death, I think we should kind of close this one out a little bit. So don't forget again the raffle, $5 raffle on the planetary camera. This is the Neptune C. Now you can't read it, but Neptune C2 camera, used once, so it is going to be open when you get it. It was used once for testing only, but it's basically like a 290, so it's like a $300 camera. You win it for $5. So send your $5 to. You can send it to PayPal at AstroWorld'sWeb.com. You can do that, and I'll throw that right up there. And of course, there we go. I'll put it up here, so in the middle. I'll put it on top of Eric and in between, so nobody gets nobody gets the Wilson treatment. And it also comes with the 1 1/4 UV IR cut filter. So that don't do it, Eric. Don't do it.
It's Friday, guys. Come on.
Kilroy.
Hey, neighbor, how you doing? I know, Tim.
Oh, geez. Okay. So and don't forget our guest speakers coming up. So our upcoming guests are going to be including more recently within the next 2 weeks, I think, 2-3 weeks. Dr. Sass on the 9th from iTelescope is going to be showing us some of his telescopes around the world. Ruben from Indigo, the creator of Indigo, he's going to be coming on, hanging out with us on the 25th of February. And then Roland Archer from Voyager Software is going to be coming on the 9th of March. And we have a bunch of other people coming in the wings. We got Filippo and all the guys and Tom and everybody coming on from Prima Luce. We got Hendrik coming on from the Star Age. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Feel free to come on and hang out. And don't forget, if you want to send any of us some pictures or anything like that in order to kind of critique later on. For now, you can send them there, and you can send them at that email, and we can put them on at our next show. So I think
Can they drop They can drop pictures onto to the Discord server too, can't they?
Yeah. Don't forget the Discord. So Discord server is heating up, guys.
Yeah.
So that's getting to be a really, really good a venue for information. So I mean, it's starting to go. And I gotta say, I gotta throw a shout out. I know we busted chops a lot, but I gotta send a shout out to Mark Ellis, who's really been kind of moderating. He's on this thing constantly. So I mean, thank you, Mark, for helping out with the Discord server.
Thanks,
so
Mark.
appreciate that. Arnold just ran over a Prius.
Hey, Wilson.
Who's Arnold? I don't know who Arnold is. I don't know. But Scott made it awake all night. We didn't see any Scott drool. So that's good.
That's good.
There we go. Scott's slowly coming back to form. So a lot more talkative than the last one. So nice job, Scott.
Yeah, it helps when you take 2 naps during the afternoon.
It's not even Saturday. Gotta love it.
Oh man.
Funny.
Oh, man.
I love it.
On a side note, go check out the Book of Boba Fett. I saw the first 2 episodes. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
It is.
So I don't want to watch any more until it builds up in episodes because I hate waiting.
Arnold just got ran over. Schwarzenegger just got run over by a Prius.
Oh, Arnold
Schwarzenegger just got run over by a Prius. What?
Arnold, blow up the moon, Arnold.
Yeah.
Who cares about the moon? It goes in, it connects the ties, it goes in, it goes out.
It's in. Okay.
So wait a minute. Arnold got hit by a Prius. They say things happen in threes, right? We got Louis Anderson. We got Meatloaf.
no.
I hope it ain't Arnold.
Well, we got to say for Arnold's sake, I'm going to hope that Betty White was the third and that he's okay. So poor Betty White died like 2 days before her 100th birthday or something like that.
Yeah, a few weeks before, like about a week or two.
Was it a week? Yeah.
About a week or so.
Oh man,
they were getting ready for a whole big shebang, and
yeah,
that's it. God bless her.
Oh, George said no. He ran over a Prius.
Okay.
You can lift a Prius.
And Bob said George can lift a Prius.
I want to see what the Prius looks like after hitting him.
He just turned over. He said, "I'll be back."
I'll be back. Oh my gosh!
All right, fellas. Any final thoughts? We're gonna do the AstroWorlds as opposed to the Jerry's final thoughts. Nobody throw any beads, please. Thank you. Some will get that. Many won't.
Oh man.
Final thoughts?
No. This was a great show. So thanks for plugging the new videos for me and Scott. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Go check them out. I think I hope they help out people, give them good information. So, but yeah, besides that, have a great weekend, everybody,
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching a lot of football, Titans. So they're in the playoffs. So, hey.
I got to go see what the Islander score is because they were playing tonight, and
Hey, are the Leafs playing?
I don't care.
I do. So if you get scores, let me know.
Oh, Islanders crushing the Coyotes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the Coyotes. What do you expect? Come on. Jesus
What?
Christ.
Hey, listen, we had a squeaker in overtime against Philly the other night, which I was not too happy
Yeah, but
about.
what's Philly? They're tanking too.
They are. That's what I'm saying. We should have beat them by a lot more. We beat them the
It's
first
not like
time.
they're going up against Tampa Bay.
It's like a surprise team this year. Like, wait a minute, what's going on with that team?
No, Coyotes are like, I think I just saw it. They're like 10-24 or something like that.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, Arnold's been in. Yeah, he's actually been in a crash that left SUV on top of a Prius. Wow.
Oh my God.
Well, was he driving his big Hummer?
Yeah, he was. There you
go, man. Look out! There's a lawsuit.
SUV.
There's a lawsuit coming down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time. And of course, Eddie's got to throw in his Pittsburgh Penguins.
The Penguins.
Freaking I hate the Penguins. I hate Crosby. I think he's a jerk.
Wait until they go up against Tampa Bay again.
Oh God! Don't give me another Game 7 against Tampa. Don't.
Hey, look at the Canadians, huh? Last place.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what? They had a fluke season last year.
Oh, they did.
So
they did have a fluke
nobody
season.
expected that. That's like the Black Sox. I mean, that's
Eric, are you going to take that? Oh,
man. Why you got a dog in the Hawks, man?
But yeah, I mean, that's hey.
It was a fluke. I mean, who expected the Canadians to come up where they did? It's like, what?
Out of nowhere.
They seed.
Out of nowhere. But anyway, Scott, final thoughts, Scott? Good job.
Pretty much. No, yeah, the snores. There it goes. There it goes.
I gotta tell your wife to put a Bluetooth whoopee cushion under you, and so awesome. I'll have a button here. It'll be Wi-Fi enabled, and I'll sit there and I'll just get it.
That's just what I need. Farting by remote control. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Pete, you got any final thoughts?
I do. I'm going to put this question out to all our audience members.
Sure.
It's great being able to have everybody come on here, but I'm going to ask you guys if you can help us out. Spread the word about AstroWorld, and let's see if we can get more audience members to join into this, because it is a great little group here to do on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yep.
So, audience members, if you've got any referrals, any friends that would like to join us, please invite them.
Yes.
And I'll even sweeten the pot a little bit, Pete. I have the closet of death here.
You do.
I do. So let's say for the Dr. Sass show, the person who brings the most people to the Dr. Sass show and puts a link or say I'm with somebody, and we'll keep track of the I'm with somebody. So if you come with Mark Ellis brings you,
yep.
I will grab something.
I like it.
Positive death, and I will mail it to you. Now, mind you, it could be anything from ramen, as you have seen, to something else, and maybe something you may not use, but it's something for free. So there you go.
Absolutely, I think that's a great incentive. Absolutely,
and I promise you, I won't send you anything perishable. How about that?
Is ramen ever perishable?
You know what? That's a good question. but
I think it has a shelf life longer than Twinkies.
What's behind door number 1? You don't want door number 1. You want door number 2 from the other side.
Yep.
You may get a fuzzy bunny.
That's it, Dan. You're going to be Monty Hall from now on.
No, I'm gonna come with a big bow tie next time.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right, fellas.
Okay,
we have
guys.
definitely run off the rails here, but again, guys, girls, have a good night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support. please, like Pete said, spread the word, get the word out. I think we're doing something great here, and it'll only get greater with your help. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Here's to them. Here's to our audience members. Believe me.
absolutely,
Yay.
absolutely. So that being said, everybody, have a good night, and as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you on Wednesday night. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
And Pete's out.
Yep, and he's gone.
He was gone before I hit exit. He's funny.